in the process of trying other games. Whoever viewed the Assassin's Creed Odyssey, that game, there will be more gameplay footage of that. I promise you that. That's most likely going to be later down the road. But Assassin's Creed Origin is going to be another game for you RPG game, fanatics. Another game, guys. As you see right now, I am on Madden 20. At this point, we're in week 8. We're 7-0. We're home against the Green Bay Packers. So with that being said, guys, that's going to be the next gameplay coming up. With that, we're going to take a look at the schedule for this game. Also the stats and everything else in between for you guys, so you guys can see what's going on, because I have not done this in a while. But with that being said, we're also going to take a look at other games that I'm going to be playing that I'm going to keep my promise on. Now guys, NASCAR fans, I know that I've been losing my focus on NASCAR a lot. Now with that being said, I will be back with NASCAR. Do not be worried about that. I will be back with NASCAR without a doubt. Another game, guys, that I will definitely be banging out is NHL 20. NHL 20 comes out next month, right along with NASCAR Heat 4. So both those games will also be dropping probably on that weekend that they come out. So with that being said, guys, that'll be another 2 games that you guys will be able to check out. You'll be able to see whatever goes on, whatever you want to do. That's all up to you guys. That's all up to my subscribers. I got 8 subscribers so far. Now, if we keep this rolling, guys, on my Facebook, I have this up on my Facebook, so you guys know to hit that little kiosk on your news feeds. Hit that little link. It will send you right to your YouTube on your channel. Now, guys, if you have a YouTube, I'm not going to tell you how to set that up. You all know how to set it up. You all not stupid enough not to set one up. Set one up. Subscribe to my channel. I got to get this channel going. 8 subscribers ain't bad. I would like to get to 10 before the end of the month. 10 is the goal right now. I got 2 more left to go. 2 more people need to subscribe, and I'll be happy to get to 10. Now, I would love to get to 20 at least by the end of September. Now, for my coworker Josh Austin, he was going to pass it along for people to subscribe to my channel. That would be great if he did, because that would actually help the channel grow as well. So with that being said, guys, the JJ Quinn series will be also back. I'm also going to get that on the road, so you guys know what that deal is all about as well. Now, as you see, guys, I am on this game, and we are going to take a look at stats before we do anything. And we're going to take a look at player stats. As you see, Chad Henne has not played at all, and Patrick Mahomes not doing bad for yards at week 7. Over 1,000 yards, 7 for 97, 25 touchdowns, 0 TDs. His pass completion percentage is pretty good. His average yards per attempt is 221.3. His passer rating is perfect so far. His average yards per attempt is 16. As long as pass was 89, he's only been sacked 5 times. And he's played all 7 downs. Now, he's played 171 downs, which is not basically on this game. It includes his real life stature of him playing the downs. Now, for rushing, as you see, guys, here's our rushing. There's me for 8 carries, 800 yards so far. I am 200 yards away from actually getting to 1,000 yards. 13.8 is my average per carries. 10 rushing touchdowns so far. Rushing average per game is 114.3. My broken tackles is 90. Yards after contact is 532. Longest run is 79 yards. Games played is 7. Downs played is 165. So with that being said, guys, being a rookie, I took Priest Holmes' number. Now, Kansas City Chiefs fans, if you have a problem with me having Priest Holmes' number, I will change my number next season. But for right now, I'm going to rock Priest Holmes' number. As we take a look at the rest of them, Patrick Mahomes, 7 carries, 164 yards, 23.4 yards per carry for his rushing, 1 touchdown, 23.4 yards, 12 broken tackles, 97 yards after carries. He ran for a longest was 47, and like the rest of it, 7 games played, 171 downs. Damian Willis is the backup to me for one touchdown so far. 18.7 is his yard per carry. 54 yards is his average per carry. 5 broken tackles. Yards after contact is 38. Longest run was 37 yards. And he's only played in 1 game, and he's had 5 downs so far. Now the rest of them is Carlos Hyde, and Carlos Hyde has only had 1 carry for 1 yard. He averages only 2 yards per carry. He only has 1 touchdown. He broke, I believe, he has broken no tackles yet. 1 yard after contact. Longest run is 2 yards, and he's only had 1 down per carry. Now, with that being said, guys, that's the reason that he's not getting a whole lot of carries, because Damian Willis is my backup, so Carlos Hyde is goal line, because I started Carlos Hyde up as the goal line guy. Now, rushing, Tyreek Hill is just a monster with 19 receptions so far, 489 yards, and receiving average per reception is 25.7. His average yards per game is 69.9. He has 11 receiving touchdowns. Run after catch is 215. Run after catch average is 11.3. His longest reception is 89. Now you can see his gameplay and his downs, they're all averaging about the same. Travis Kelce has 20 receptions, 409 yards, 20.5 for his receiving average per reception. Average yards per game is 58.4. 4 receiving touchdowns. Run after catch is 127. Run after catch average is 6.3. His longest reception is 39. Sammy Watkins has been busy after he's been a crybaby about stuff, so I have to give him the ball a little bit. 14 receptions for 254 yards. 18.1 is his receiving average per reception. 36.3 is his average yards per game. He has 4 receiving touchdowns. 57 run after catch. 4-point run after catch average, and his longest reception is 80. Myself included in this passing attempt, 12 receptions for 252 yards. 21 is my receiving average per reception. Average yards per game is 36. Receiving touchdowns at 4. Run after catch is 138. Run after catch average is about 11.5. Longest reception is at 52. Calvin Benjamin is at receptions for $140, a little over $140. Receiving average per reception is at 15.7 right now. Average yards per game is 20. He has no receiving touchdowns yet, which I'm surprised that Calvin Benjamin's not a crybaby about this. It's Sammy Watkins, which is a big surprise. Run after catch 44 is 44. His run after catch average is about 5, but it's not close. And longest reception is 42. Now, Antonio Gates is another man that we signed. I signed him before I even started this. So Antonio Gates is at 3 receptions for 4 yards. He's usually a goal line guy. He averages a little over a yard. And basically it's not even over a yard. He has 2 receiving touchdowns. And I mean, you just look at it and you know that he's a goal line set. With defense now, Eric Berry is basically leading the way with tackles, with 27 total tackles. And he has 47 tackles, 9 tackles for loss. He has 1 interception that took it back to the crib for 71 yards. And as you see, guys, he has forced a fumble. He has fumbled and recovered once. I mean, everything looks pretty good so far. He has 1 defensive touchdown. And so far, Eric Berry, bringing him back, it looks pretty good. Now, Kendall Fuller is another guy running up with 24 solo tackles. He has 15 assist tackles, and he has 39 tackles for himself, 1 tackle for loss. He has no quarterback sacks yet, and he has not had an interception yet. Jalen Benjamin is all over the field from Georgia with 25 tackles, 8 assists, 33 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. He has 2 interceptions, a little over $1.25 in reception yards. 36 yards is his return average. Longest reception return is 72. Pass deflections is 4. With that being said, he has not done anything else yet. With that being said, Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, is the same way. He looks pretty good so far without any interceptions. Jordan Lucas is all over the field. Frank Clark is basically all over the field with 3.5 sacks so far. Emmanuel Ugaba, I don't know how to say that name, 14 total tackles, sent 19 tackles, 3 tackles for loss. He has 11 sacks so far, and if you take a look at it, he has 8 forced fumbles. He recovered 1 so far. 11 yards is the one that he actually did. He has 1 defensive touchdown, and he is a monster at the edge, screaming off that edge. Bashard Breeland not too shabby. Derek Nandi not doing too shabby. Stephon Anthony not doing too shabby either. Anthony Hitchens not doing too shabby. Darron Lee not doing too shabby himself. And as you see, guys, you have a lot of these guys. David King not doing bad. Najee Tucker not doing bad either. Reggie Ragland is Darron Lee's backup, and Reggie Ragland doing pretty well as well. Bryson Smith not doing too bad so far. As you see, guys, everybody's looking pretty good so far. The rest of them are basically not even close because they have not seen the field yet. With that being said, I do not mess with the backups. I don't bring them out if we're winning by a whole lot. With that being said, guys, kick returns is not doing bad either. Jalen Benjamin is not doing bad. He has 9 kick returns so far, 305 yards. His kick return average is almost at 34. He has 1 kick return touchdown. His longest kick return was 99 yards to the crib. He's basically doing really well as a corner. At punt return, Tyreek Hill is doing not bad either, with 8 punt return attempts for a $149. 24.3 is his punt return average with 1 punt return. His longest for punt return is 88 yards, and the rest of it is basically history. Now that's basically it, guys, for that. And as you see, guys, we are not even close to rounding out the season yet. So we're going to take a look at the schedule, and we're going to take a look at team schedule for right now. As you see, guys, going into Week 8, Sunday night game against Week 8, we blew out Jacksonville at Jacksonville. You saw that game. We blew them out 35-7. Blew out the Raiders by 42-10. Beat the Ravens 51-13, which I did not suspect this was going to be a blowout game. I definitely thought Lamar Jackson was going to play really well. I thought it was going to be a back-and-forth game between Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson himself, and I definitely thought this was going to be a game that we were going to actually come close to winning. And I thought we were only going to beat them by a field goal at the latest. With that being said, we played the Lions, and we beat the Lions 42-19. And the Lions played really well in the beginning, and you saw that game, guys, as much as I did, because I always upload these things. I'm sharing them on my channel so you guys can see this. And with that being said, I did not suspect that the Lions were not going to come close, and I thought that was going to be another close game. Now the Colts, I knew that this game was going to be over with by the end of before half. I did not think Andrew Luck was going to bring his A game. He did not. Our defense closed in on him, and we whooped Luck's ass on a Sunday night, embarrassed him in front of probably that home crowd in Indianapolis. Probably they turned the channel before even halftime to see how bad that blowout was. That was pretty bad. The Texans was another game I thought was going to be very, very interesting. I thought that this was going to be a game where it was going to be close, but I thought it was only going to be possibly maybe 35-17 or 35-20. I did not think it was going to be like this, but that is the way it looks. We forced Deshaun Watson. We put Deshaun Watson on his ass. Defense has been unstoppable so far. So with that being said, that's basically the reason why we're dominating. Because it's defense, it's basically offense also, but the defense runs the show. With that being said, our Thursday night game against the Broncos, Von Miller did not even get a sack in this game because we holded Von Miller from not getting anywhere with it. We beat Joe Flacco. We beat him enough. He had 300 yards, but that 300 yards did not add up on time. He did not come back. We won 49-21. That's the closest, so far, the closest team that's put up the highest number of points. The Lions is the second one looking in. Right now, I can see that the Packers could be a good one at home. The Vikings at week 9, God only knows. The Titans, I don't think. The Chargers on that Monday night, week 11, that could be a good one. The bye week, then home against the Raiders. New England could be a good one. I think the Broncos could be another good one. The Bears could be a good one. And rounding out home against the Chargers. I do not think we'll have an undefeated season. I'll be surprised if we don't split a game against the Chargers. And I will not be surprised if we do not either lose to the Patriots or the Bears before the end of the season. I'm guessing a 14-2 record, or I'm guessing a 13-3 record, and I believe that we will win the division. Now, with that being said, the Chargers are going to be a tough game. The Packers is going to be a tough game. The Patriots game is going to be a tough game, especially how well Tom Brady is playing. Joe Flacco could possibly come into KC, dominating in that game. Heading to Chicago in week 16 in the cold and the snow. Khalil Mack, we got to figure out how to stop Khalil Mack. So with that being said, that could be a good game, and also that final game against the Chargers could be a good one. So with that being said, guys, that's basically what our team schedule looks like. League schedule for week 8 looks like this. Redskins at Vikings on the Thursday night opens up week 8. Sunday afternoon, Seahawks versus Falcons. That's always a good matchup. Buccaneers at Titans, I do not know about. Cardinals at Saints. Bengals at Rams. Jets at Jaguars. Eagles at Bills. Chargers at Bears. Giants at Detroit. How about them Raiders against the Texans? The Panthers at the 49ers. Browns at the Patriots. Broncos at the Colts. Packers at the Chiefs. And rounding out week 8 is Monday night against the Dolphins against the Steelers. And I hope that you all turn in for this game right here for us against the Packers. That could be a good one. This could be another good one. I'm not going to count it out, but that could be a good one. Now, with this being said, I'm going to go back and I'm going to take a look at these scores at the end and let you know where y'all are for your favorite teams. But right now, guys, we're going to take a look at the standings right now. And right now, we're on top of the standings in the NFL. In the AFC North, the Ravens have it right now at 4-3. The Browns are at 3-3 at 500. The Ravens are a little over 500. The Bengals are at 2-5, which is no surprise there. The Steelers are on the bottom of that list. Sorry, Steelers fans, if you're watching this, you're at 1-5. Without Antonio Brown or Le'Veon Bell, you suck. Jaguar fans, you're at 4-3, not bad with Nick Foles as your starter. Colts are at 2-4, below 500. The Titans are at 2-5, below 500 again, and the Texans are at 1-6. And the Texans are starting to remind me a little bit of how they started when they first started in Houston. With that being said, we're on to the AFC East. And as usual, the Patriots are at 5-2. First year without Gronk, and they're a little over 500 at .14. The Bills are at 500 at 3-3. How about the Jets at the Jets? Jets, however my man Miles Dawkins says it. The Jets at 500 as well. You Dolphin fans, I'm sorry to say this, you're at 1-5, and they're sucking as usual. In the AFC West, besides us being at 7-0, the Chargers are right behind us at 6-1. The Broncos are at 3-1-1. They're at 500. The Raiders are below 500 at 2-4. With John Gruden's second year. Now in the NFC North, it looks like this. The Packers and the Lions are tied up right now at 4-2. but the Packers been damaged with that one tie, so they're not basically tied up with them. They're at 4-2-1. The Bears 2-4. The Vikings are at 2-5. Sorry, Joey, if you're going to see this, your Vikings are sucking as usual. They're going to get their asses kicked on this game next week, so it doesn't really matter. So with that being said, moving on. In the NFC South, the Falcons are at 5-2. The Panthers are at 4-2. The Saints are at 4-3. Tampa Bay, usually in the bottom of the barrel in this situation, are at 2-4. In the NFC East, on the other hand, you're looking at the Eagles, and the Eagles are at 5-2 so far. The Redskins are at 4-3. The Cowboys are at 3-4, and the Giants are at 2-5. With that being said, we're now moving on to the NFC West to round it out. The Rams are at 6-1, leading the way so far. And how about this, Josh? Your team is in second place in their division at 3-3. They're at 500, not too shabby. And going into week 8 of the season. How about the Cardinals with this? They started out poorly in the beginning. Now they're at 3-4. If they can win another game, they'll be at 500. Not bad. You Seahawks fans, you guys are in the bottom of the barrel. Gotta get it going. You're halfway home. You gotta get it going. With that being said, guys, that's basically it for the standings and the schedule and the stats. We're going to take one look at the injury report so you guys know what's going on with the injuries. With us, basically Darren Lee is the only guy out with a foot fracture. The Colts had Jevon Patterson, which is out for the whole season. The Cowboys don't have nobody. The Dolphins have Ricardo Lewis that's out with a complete ACL tear. Michael Dieter is out with a dislocated ankle. The Eagles have nobody. The Falcons have Steven Means and Terrence McKinley that's out for a complete MCL tear. He's done for the season. Kendall Beckwith is out for 10 weeks with a broken ankle. The Giants have a few players themselves. I do not know how to say this guy's name. He's out with a broken collarbone. Janoris Jenkins out with a broken collarbone as well. The Jaguars, Talvon Smith, he is coming back. Alfred Blue is out with a broken ankle. He's placed on IR. He's basically done for the year. D.D. Westbrook is out with broken ribs. He's going to be out for 4 weeks. A.J. Bouye is out with a foot fracture, and he's out for 7 weeks. The Jets have nobody so far. The Lions have Kerryon Johnson that's out with a broken collarbone. The Packers have Brian Beluga that's out for 4 weeks. That's just going to hurt them in the long run on Aaron Rodgers' blind side. I believe. I could be wrong, but I do not know. And Mike Daniels is out for 1 more week with an abdomen tear. With that being said, Carolina has 2 people with a dislocated ankle and a dislocated knee. Mike Paradis is out with a dislocated ankle. Jared McCoy is out with a dislocated knee. The Patriots, Josh Gordon. Now, guys, I'm surprised none of you have asked me this. Josh Gordon's on Madden 19 on the updated roster as well. I don't know what's really going on here. This is probably before he got in trouble and they kicked him off for good. Now, with that being said, Josh Gordon might be not on the game once the season starts and they start continuing with the updated roster. So with that being said, guys, I will keep an eye on for you guys. But for right now, he's on franchise mode with a torn pectoral. He's out for the whole season. We're going to the Raiders. Isaiah Crowell is out with an Achilles tear. He's at place on IR. He has 6 weeks left. Doug Martin is out with a dislocated ankle. The Rams have Robert Woods with a forearm fracture. He's out for a week. The Ravens have Mike Shakira, complete MCL tear. He's basically done for the year. With that being said, the Redskins have middle linebacker Reuben Foster. He's done for the season with an ACL. Adrian Peterson is out with a dislocated ankle. The Saints have a few people themselves, but I cannot pronounce this guy's name. He is out with a quad tear. Trey Hendrickson is out with a dislocated ankle. Austin Seferian-Jenkins is out with a broken femur. He's done for basically the season. As you look at the Seahawks are losing their pass rusher with a hamstring tear. Ezekiel Naja, however you say that kid's name, I do not know. Tyler Lockett's out with a ruptured disc. And George Fant is out with a dislocated ankle. Steelers, Ryan Shazier is out with a broken tailbone. He is basically placed on IR. And Stephon Tuitt is out with a broken elbow. The Texans have Duke Ejiofor that's out with a torn rotator cuff. He's out for the whole season. It looks like he's placed on IR. The Titans have Dion Lewis with a foot fracture. He'll be back in 2 weeks. Left end, Jeffrey Simmons Jr. out with a whole ACL tear. The Vikings have nobody. The Bears have Rashawn Fent with an Achilles tear. He's basically out for the whole year. The Bengals have nobody. The Bills have Jordan Poyer with a dislocated ankle. The Broncos have a handful of guys, and that includes Jeff Heuerman with a dislocated ankle. Bryce Callahan that's out with a partial ACL tear. Jake Butt out with a hamstring injury. He went out during the game against us. If you check that out, he went out in the first half, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he went out in the first half. With that being said, Philip Lindsay's out with a dislocated ankle. Nico Fala is out for the Achilles tear. He's done for the season. Justin Simmons is out with a dislocated hip. The Browns have Myles Garrett, which is gonna hurt them in the long run without hitting their pass rusher. Ruptured disc, he's out for 4 weeks. Kareem Hunt, dislocated ankle, that's gonna hurt them in the rushing game. Well, they have Nick Chubb, but Kareem Hunt is basically a power back as well. Without Kareem Hunt, they might not be anything. Without Miles Dawkins, they might be hurting as well. Without Myles Garrett, sorry. Tampa Bay, JPP is out with a broken tailbone. Ryan Jensen is out with a dislocated ankle. Alex Collins is out with a broken tibia. He's basically out for almost half of almost the remainder of the season, possibly. If you look at the Cardinals have their left tackle, that's DJ Humphries, that's out with a foot fracture. The Chargers have Denzel Perryman, that's out with a dislocated hip. Back to us, it's basically Darren Lee right now. And that's basically about it, guys, for the rest of the stuff, all the guys that are hurt. And that's basically about it. You saw everything. You heard me say what I have to say. You heard what's going on. Another thing, guys, I'm going to tell you this. I will be out with MLB The Show 19 sometime come probably October. So be on the lookout for that, because that will be out as well. With that being said, I'll also be out on the lookout for Call of Duty Modern Warfare, because that will be also coming out. So with that being said, guys, a lot of games are going to be coming out. Tom Clancy's Breakpoint is also going to be another game that I'm going to reach. I just got to pay it off. It's going to probably take me a while to pay it off, because I'm also in the mix of trying to get the shit done. So that game is probably going to be late, but it will be ready to go. Doom is another one that will be ready to go for you guys. Assassin's Creed fans, I will be getting that game up. All these games, Odyssey will be going, Origins will be going, Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered will most likely be up. Another game that will most likely probably be up on my end for Assassin's Creed is probably Black Flag, and that's basically about it, unless you guys want to see the Ezio Trilogy. Now, if you want to see the Ezio Trilogy, I will roll that game really, really soon, and I will keep that game going. So with that being said, that's it for now, guys. Check out Week 8 and Week 9 very, very soon. They will be up probably in maybe less than a minute. I will, however, come back around Week 10 to show you more stats, more injuries, possibly. If not, I'll hold it off until our bye week so you guys can take a look at what's going on, so you guys all know. And then from there, guys, we'll take a look at the rest of the stuff. Now, with that being said, guys, that's it for now. I'm your boy, Gamerboy93. I hope you enjoy the game against the Packers. and I hope you enjoy Week 9 against the Vikings. And I will see you all next time.